Welcome to the Settle Law Clinic's podcast.
So there are instances where parents disinherit their children because they might feel, well, this particular child feels entitled and I've done all I can for this child or all I should for this child in my lifetime. People get this misconception that you only put your house in order when something is about to happen. No. Think of estate planning as organizing your life for time. It's more like taking pots to ensure that the things you have acquired in your lifetime is well catered for. People think is when you actually do the will. That is when you have started estate planning. No. It starts from how well you safeguard your assets. It's not for the old alone. It's not about the age. It's not how long, but how well. Success is not measured in a lifetime. Success is measured in phases. A will is a legal instrument that contains the desires, the instructions and the directives of a person in his lifetime. The people witnessing your will cannot be beneficiaries to your will because your will is supposed to be a secret. If the witness to your will is a beneficiary to your will, then that's a ground for invalidity. In real life, wills are not read in your lawyer's office. The person dies, your will is not read in your living room. Your wills will be read at the probate registry.
Hello and welcome. My name is Adini Kyoyarikwa and I'm your host. This episode is a continuation of our conversation on estate planning. Before we start, can you do me a favor? Click the subscribe button and turn on your notification. That way you'll be the first to know when we drop the next episode, and at the same time you'll be helping us grow this podcast channel to be able to reach more people who can also benefit from the information shared. Also, don't forget to like, share and comment on this content. It helps us know which topics are beneficial to you, and we can continue to create more content like this. Thank you so much. So let's get into today's conversation.
So can you tell us a bit for the benefit of our listeners that probably don't know, they've never heard of the term estate planning. What is estate planning and why is it important?
Thank you. Generally, estate planning is what it is, estate planning. You wonder why I say it's generally what it is, estate planning. This is because as individuals or as human beings, of course, we want to live forever.
Yeah.
But in the course of being alive, we have, we make money.
Yeah.
We have investments. We buy shares. You buy properties, you acquire assets,
Yes.
you buy different things over a period of time.
Yeah.
Even as youths, you acquire properties. You see youths with cars,
Yes.
different set of properties or assets. Even as people grow older, they get married, they have children, they buy properties at home, acquire stuff.
Yeah.
And over the years, by the time people get older, so estate planning generally has to do with how you plan. I'm sure we know what planning means. Planning means you are taking deliberate step into putting things in place as to how you want this thing to go, or how you want this thing to be kept, or how you want this thing to be used over a period of time, whether you are there or not. It's more like taking pots to ensure that the things you have acquired in your life, in your lifetime, or during the time you are here, is well kept or well catered for, whether you are there or not. So those things include your property, your assets, your cars, your house, your clothes, your watch, your ring,
Basically
your earrings,
anything.
basically anything that is of worth to you. How you want that thing to be kept or catered for, whether you are there or not.
And why would you, from your experience, especially maybe in relating with, from your experience here, let me see with client, why would you say would you say it's important, and why would you say like it's very important?
Now, I would answer that with a story. I would use the name of the client as Mr. O.
We'll keep it. Yes,
We'll keep that as Mr. O. Mr. O has two female daughters, happily married, but it happened that his wife had a terminal illness, and he was concerned as to if anything were to happen to him, what would be the effects on his wife and children, because he came in to see us quite disturbed, and we had to do a lot of things to get him to calm down, got him into conversations and all of that. So he said he was the only child of his mother, and he had relatives and all of that. So basically, he wanted to be sure that his family, his immediate family, that is his wife and his two daughters, are well taken care of in the event of a demise. Now, that is one concern that can make people want to plan their estate while they are still alive. Now, funny enough, after Mr. O came in for us to plan his estate, he wanted to write a will. He wasn't ill, his wife was the one that was ill. It took us, we had a couple of 4 sessions with him to get him to give us the information about his personal assets, his informations, generally to get to understand his mental state, soundness and all of that, before we got all the information that we need to prepare his will. Finally, he signed his will after like 3 months. Then 4 months after, Mr. O took ill.
Wow.
Had a stroke and died 2 weeks after.
Wow.
So now, the day he died, the next day, I got a call that, did you finalize this will? I said, yes, we had even lodged it. And that was how we heard Mr. O was dead.
Wow.
That was 6 months after he did his will. Now, fast forward to 6 months earlier, he didn't have any inkling that he was going to die.
Yeah.
But he just felt, I need to just put my house in order, kind of. And now, the 2 people that he appointed executor of his will are the ones running around trying to sort things out as he desired them to be. So you would say that planning your estate is important because it helps you put closure to the important aspects of your life. For instance, it's not just about men. It could be from the opposite side as well. It could be a woman trying to put closure to a thing. It's not just about spouses. It could be a single mother trying to safeguard the future of her children. It could be a single lady who feels, I've acquired assets I need to protect. Or he feels, I have siblings that if I leave them open to, in the Nigerian context, you might have, in a particular culture, you might see that men thrive over women or women thrive over men. And you see in a particular environment where a female is doing well, is thriving well, and just feels, I just need to protect some of the things I've done so far. My immediate siblings, maybe a situation where the father or the mother is late, and maybe the eldest daughter feels, I need to take care of my siblings. In the event, maybe I get married, and in the event that I'm not able to do more as I should later on, I should be able to have some particular things that I've done. If this happens, that happens. Not that she may not have a child, she may have a child and may not, but I feel okay, this goes to my elder sister, this goes to my younger sister, this goes to just as a way of putting structure. It's not like a structure you are putting in place to be sure that it's a structure and organization. You are organizing your assets. And ensuring, as you want them. They're not left haphazardly for anybody to distribute at their whims and caprices. That's more like it. So it's important because it helps you to be able to put order and organizations to the things that are important to you as a person.
And you feel
it's not for the old alone, because there's this misconception that estate planning is for when you are old and close to the grave, or maybe when you are ill, you start thinking, I need to do a will, I need to put closer to this, I need to do that. No. I've seen instances where people do wills. Okay, now in legal terminology, we call it will, then codicils. Over time. They did their first will when they were in their 30s. They did their first codicil in their 50s. They did the second codicil in their 70s. They did their last codicil before they died in their 90s. So you see, that progression is going, because as their assets increase, as they expand, as they acquire more assets, they are adding to it, removing to what is there already, like that. But just in case anything happens in between, what they've been able to amass is not left to the capacities of people. Yes. So that's just the aspect of that.
Because the general perception, once you hear will, once you tell anyone, even my
they'll think that you're about to die.
Do you want me to die? Are you planning for me to die?
Yes, you want to kill me.
That's general.
Yes, you want to kill me.
That's the general take, but just like you've explained, it's not that you're about to die. You're just basically setting your house in order.
Yes.
And making sure the right people are in charge of the right
and
things.
And then just to cut in a bit, people get this misconception that when you only put your house in order when something is about to happen. Wrong. No, we must have a mind shift about putting your house in order. It's just as, let me give you a simple example. When you are in an organized room, it gives you better thought processing than when you are in a scattered room.
Yes.
If you are in a living room and your living room is organized, you're able to think well, breathe well. But when you are in a place where dusty, all of that, everything is flying everywhere, you're not able to think well. But so think of estate planning as organizing your life per time.
I like that.
Organizing your life per time, helping you put closure. Okay, in my 30s, I've put closure to this. By the time I'm in my 40s, whatever I add to this, like each compartment of your life has organization. So you're able to move, because success is not measured in a lifetime. Success is measured in phases. You should be able to move from point A to point B and say, yes, I've succeeded at this level. And then with that in mind, you're able to move to your next level of success. So that helps you. It's like a springboard for you to move to the next phase, kind of.
I like that. And as you were speaking, something came to my mind that somebody listening to this podcast might think, oh, I'm in my 20s. I don't have a property. I don't have land. My father is not Dangote. I only have maybe certain amount of money in my account. I don't even have shares. I only have maybe 100,000 in my account. Really, is not this conversation they have is not for me. What would you say to that person?
Well, you're in your 20s and you feel, I don't need a will, I don't have a property, I don't have assets. You have a laptop.
Yeah.
You have a phone. That, we're in a Gen Z generation where the phone of a Gen Z is one of the most important. Yes. So, and you'd say you've created, there's something about creating online presence, creating softwares. If you have created anything of importance to you, it's worth protecting. Even if what you have is 100,000 naira in your account. I'm not saying go and do a will now, but start planning. If you have developed a software, you could trademark it. You could patent it. It's in your name. Make some protections of whatever asset it is you are acquiring. Of course, we all wish to live long. I'm not saying you're going to die tomorrow, but put some semblance of structure to the things you have acquired. There's something about my thing and your thing. If you feel something is my thing, then you should put a measure of protection over it, so that by the time it's time to safeguard it legally, you are not running helter-skelter. So if you have softwares you've developed, you've had a workspace you've developed, it could be anything. We are in a technology generation, and time-based. So whatever it is that is of worth to you can be protected, can be planned for. So you can do a will at 25, and by the time you are 35, you're doing a codicil. You can do a will at 35, by the time you are 45, you are doing a codicil. So it's not about the age, it's about it's not how long, but how well. So what have you per time produced or amassed as an asset? What is that? What amounts to an asset to you might not be an asset to me. Whatever it's an asset to you.
Anything
and
that
you
is
think important to you, yes, is worth protecting. So if it's a technology-based product, you can patent it, you can trademark it, whatever it is, so that by the time it's protected in your name or in a company name that you feel you need to protect it in, then by the time you are now planning your estate, because those are, people think is when you actually do the will, that is when you have started estate planning. No, it starts from how well you safeguard your assets. A will is not written in a day, but the planning does not starts in a day before you get to the actual
I like that.
thing.
I like that. I didn't even think about it from that aspect, of you protect whatever is important to you. You
protect
starting
it.
to protect it.
Yes.
Your business, you say a small business as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You start a small, maybe like an hair business,
Yes.
a skincare business.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
protect, part of protecting, preparing for your estate is protecting that,
Yes.
so that when you are ready to
yes,
to
you already
write
have
your
a
will.
structure in place.
Yeah, I like that. I think that, and I know that the people listening to today's session find it quite beneficial.
Thank you for joining us in this episode of the Settle Law Clinic podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. You can listen to more episodes like this on our YouTube channel or wherever you listen to your podcasts.